As the market cools slightly, we are beginning to hear from more and more buyers that they're interested in entering the market, even when they may have a property to sell before they can get approved for financing or have cash available to buy a new home. So, what does that actually look like if you're looking to buy, but you need to sell first? Hi, this is Erin Eicher with Remax Pinnacle in Durango. I want to talk today a little bit about what a conditional sale contingency looks like in a contract. You will probably hear agents and some of your friends in your network talk about a contingent offer. But it's very important to understand that technically all contracts to buy and sell have contingencies in them. There's inspection contingencies, there's due diligence contingencies, there's appraisal contingencies, and loan contingencies. All a contingency means is that the buyer is exercising or has the ability to exercise the right to complete the contract contingent upon their accepting any of those terms that I just talked about. But a lot of times people shorten the conditional sale contingency and just say, hey, we're going to write a contingent contract. What they're really meaning to say is, we're going to write a contract that's contingent on the sale of our current home. And here's what you need to know about that if you're a buyer that's considering making this move. First and foremost, your conditional sale contingency is not just dependent upon you listing and going under contract on the sale of your home, it's contingent upon the successful close of your home. And so if you finally find a property that you'd like to buy, and that is your motivation to list your house, you need to be aware that a seller may not be incredibly comfortable with a contract that's contingent on the sale of your home unless your home is at a minimum already live on the MLS and available to buyers, and in a better world, already under contract. If you choose to write a contract on a property without having either your home listed in the MLS or currently under contract with another buyer, then you need to be prepared to give yourself ample time to accomplish those things. Typically, a contract at its minimum can get exercised in about 30 days with financing, sometimes a little bit faster, depending upon appraisals and other things that need to happen. However, if you're not yet live on the market, you need to figure in time that it's going to take for your agent to get professional photos taken, to build the appropriate marketing, and to make sure that your home is presented in that first impression in the best way possible. We know how important that first impression is. And so at best case scenario, if you're not live yet, you're probably looking at a 45-day minimum just to get your home listed under contract and sold. And realistically, in this market, you may even have to wait 30 days before you're under contract. Then you're going to be waiting for your buyer on your home to put together their purchase power, whether it's financing or cash, which could be another 30 days. So you can see how all these things kind of compound and can hurt your negotiating power when you're looking to buy. That being said, as we're seeing inventory increase and homes sit on the market longer than they have in the past, some sellers are willing to entertain these offers and are interested to get more information on where your property you're selling is to give them extra comfort in whether or not to accept that offer. The last thing that you should be prepared for if you're going to make an offer contingent on the sale of your home is that many sellers are now including what's called a kickout clause in their counterproposal to you. What a kickout clause means is that the seller of the home you're buying wants to retain the right to continue to market their home to a buyer that doesn't have a contingency. And if they get an offer that doesn't have a contingency, they can come back to you and say, you have a certain amount of time, typically 72 hours, sometimes up to a week, to remove your contingent conditional sale and move forward with the property. Otherwise, the seller is going to terminate your offer. You typically receive your earnest money in return if there's no other clauses that are in your way, and you get to move on and try and find another house, and they move forward with the non-contingent offer. It can be complicated. So the best thing to do, of course, is to find an agent who's familiar with contingent offers, who's familiar with listing your home, and can really give you the best service possible to make sure that you can execute this complicated contract scenario as easily as possible. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call or visit our website at durangohomesforsale.com.